Welcome to the Zeitgeist Lab, season 2. What's Alex is throwing up some gang signs. He's repping his set.
Hell yeah.
They look like the east side. I don't know. West side, something like that. Can you spell blood with your hands?
No, I can't do that.
Yeah, you're not that advanced.
No, not that advanced.
All right. I think something like that.
Oh, that's pretty good. Okay.
We're gonna get fat.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. That was my fate anyway. I mean, we live in America. We've got a pretty good chance of getting shot just for going to the grocery store. So
that's true. Yeah. So we're still talking about Communities, season 2.
Hell yes.
Only a couple weeks left. One could say this is the penultimate episode.
No, god damn you. No.
I'm not wrong.
No, you're not. I'm gonna edit this one and release it before the one that we still haven't released, so that you can be wrong. So suck on that.
Okay. All right. Damn. Yeah, you do have all the power in that area.
I'm the god of the podcast, as you've said before.
God of the pod. You're right. You're the pod god.
Pod god. And you're the pod Job.
The pod Job?
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Job? I mean, if you've never read the Bible, you wouldn't get it. So.
No, I haven't.
Never?
No.
I don't think I've read it all the way through either, but really oddly, in high school, we were forced to read the book of Job, which is from the Old Testament, from an English class. So I know that one really well. I don't know why we had to read that in school. That seems fucked up.
Oh, so Job has his own book?
Yeah, it's one of the books in the Old Testament. He's basically this guy who he's a very strong believer in God and the devil have this wager. Like, the devil's like, I can make him stop believing in you, and God's like, no, fuck that. He's always going to believe in me. So then they just spend years torturing him and putting him through hell to test his faith.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah.
what I want to be.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So I'm just going to torture you to test your faith in the pod.
Nice. Pod god. What you drinking tonight?
A caffeinated sparkling water. I held it at the microphone. Ooh. Like the microphone's my camera. It might be better if I hold it up here.
Excuse me. It's a smoking night, so
well, okay,
there might be a lot of that.
You've restocked then?
I've restocked, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And I took a half a nighttime Klonopin, so we're smooth.
All right.
Smooth tonight. Smooth Brian tonight.
Do you have an angry mode? Like, you're always very laid back. Do you get angry?
Oh, yeah, I get angry all the time. Yeah, I get angry about a lot of shit. Yeah.
But
I mean,
like,
you see me get angry with the cat.
I know. I mean, everyone gets angry, right? But like, do you ever like completely lose your shit where you're just like raging or something? Or are you pretty calm when you're mad still?
I like to throw stuff when I'm mad.
Oh, okay. The cat? Do you throw the cat?
Throw it. No, I don't throw stuff at the cat.
No, but do you throw the cat? Do you pick up the cat and throw her?
No, the cat doesn't let me pick her up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She's set boundaries and she's pretty serious about them.
Well, good for her. That's important in life to have boundaries with your loved ones.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. I talk about that in therapy all the time.
Well, I'm glad that you're raising a mentally healthy cat.
Yeah, no, I throw like I have I usually get angry when I'm on the phone.
Okay, just
like
no matter what you're on the phone about, like the phone just makes you angry.
Yeah, usually with my mom. Well, I will have We'll get the fights. Oh, here comes Doom.
What
Hey,
up,
no,
Doom?
Doom. Recognize our boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll play with my mom over the phone a lot about stupid bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'll eventually throw my phone at the wall or something.
Oh, wow.
That's like the height of it. That's the height of me getting mad.
Gotcha.
So I don't like freak out too much though. I don't.
Yeah.
So that's me. So yeah, I don't get mad at other people that much mostly.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially people I'm already friends with and stuff like that. I'm not gonna freak out at you or anytime soon.
Okay, good. Maybe I'll test that boundary.
I mean, you like to test that boundary with saying, Wisconsin has bad cheese and rooting against the Bucks.
I mean,
Twitter account.
I test the boundary by speaking truth to power, is what you're saying? Like, okay. I mean, if that's how it's going to be.
Sure. Speaking of truth and power, I don't know where I'm going with this.
Barack Obama.
We have, I asked our humble listeners for advice on what to talk about. And we've got a couple of suggestions here.
Okay.
Well, I asked this yesterday because I thought we were recording yesterday.
Yeah, and why didn't we, Brian?
You were too tired.
That's right.
You vibed too hard.
I vibed way too hard. I'm lucky that I remembered to message you before I fell asleep because I was sitting there. I was like, oh my God, we're supposed to record tonight. There's no way that's happening. I'm pretty sure by the time we were supposed to record, I was already asleep and I slept for like 9 or 10 hours, which is rare for me.
Wow. That sounds awesome.
It was awesome. It was great. I woke up this morning feeling better than I have in a long time.
That's good. How are you feeling now?
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, it's been a bit of a long day, but I don't feel as exhausted as I normally do by this time of night. So I'm here. Right. I'm amped. I'm ready to fucking podcast. And I'm ready to hear what our fucking listeners want to talk about. So
right. I like that.
What are we doing? What are we talking about?
All right. Gabe Seuss.
The sluice is loose.
Gabe Sluice, rather. I said Seuss.
Dr. Seuss is loose.
He wants us to talk about our biggest failures in life.
Ooh.
Which I'm not really interested in doing because it'll make me sad.
But this is a chance for us to be vulnerable.
Okay, well, I'll get to our second suggestion then.
Okay. But first of all, my biggest failure is a little thing called the Zeitgeist Lab podcast.
Oh. Okay.
But if you want to help make it a success, I can give you the URL to a wonderful site, patreon.com/zglabpod.com.
Nice. All right, well, if you want to be vulnerable, here's our second suggestion.
Okay.
It says, I think you guys should just try to enjoy each other's company for a bit. Maybe talk about your feelings for once.
I always enjoy your company, Brian. I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
I always enjoy your company too.
But I don't know, like, talk about our feelings. I mean, we're dudes. We don't talk about our feelings.
Yeah, we're at least saving for therapy.
Right, exactly. Well, so how are you feeling tonight, Brian? What is your emotional state on this fine Friday evening?
Was it a bottle of pills in your hand?
No, it's my
thing.
I've got two things within arm's reach: my watch and my drink, or my phone and my drink.
The white top made it look like it was a bottle of pills. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, that's me, just over here drowning myself in pills.
Well, if you want to hear about my feelings, how I'm doing, I'm having a pretty good day.
Okay.
Got to refill my meds. I got to go grocery shopping for a little bit. I watched the Woodstock '99 documentary
Oh, was that good?
on HBO. No,
Okay,
not really.
cool.
Hey, no, Doom, can you fuck off? Thank you. See, I at least I say thank you after I tell her to fuck off.
Yeah, that's true. It's all about being
Um,
polite.
I was a little nervous earlier this week because there are apartment showings at my place, and they originally said they're making it sound like I'm not going to get my security deposit back
Oh,
because
really?
because the apartment was not suitable for showing, even though they've shown it twice already.
Oh. They show it
So
while you're still there?
yeah,
That's awkward.
yeah.
So
Nothing
is it
very
like, is it
it's
someone's house that they own, or is it an apartment building?
an apartment building.
That's so weird. I've only lived in an apartment once, but we went and looked at a few, and they always would show us either like a model or a vacant one, so that's kind of bizarre.
Yeah, well, they came by on Monday or Tuesday to take pictures of it,
Uh-huh.
and
With all your
that's
shit in there?
yeah.
Okay.
So I've been pretty nervous about that, but after two showings, a little less nervous about it, but still want to know what's going on with my security deposit because the apartment looks totally fine. Like,
How much is the security deposit?
it's 1 month's rent.
Oh wow, so that's a pretty high security deposit.
Yeah, considering how much, yeah, it is. This place is per month.
Yeah.
But then I'm looking at a place tomorrow, which I'm really excited about, and I looked at a place a couple days ago. So I'm getting ready to move. I'm excited about that, but I'm so
Yeah.
out of shape. I'm
When is
worried
your
about
lease when is your lease actually up?
on the 31st of August.
Okay, so you've got 1 month to find a place and get out then.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm looking forward to getting out of here.
Yeah.
I got two places I'm looking at downtown, so
Oh, nice.
that'll be nice. Yeah, I'll have a couple of roommates though.
Oh, I know you're not thrilled about that, right?
Um, I don't know. After living alone, it's been a pretty lonely year.
You'd have to tell them about the
So
podcast, though.
yeah, that's true.
Who are these? Who are your potential roommates? Just friends or family or what?
I don't know.
Oh, so you don't have anyone
Yeah, it's a
particular yet.
crisis situation.
Oh, so it's gonna be strangers.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
roll the dice. Roll the dice.
Yeah, create those. You got to create those 6 different timelines.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's a good transition to what we're going to be talking about tonight. I don't know if we want to quite get there yet.
Hey, you're the leader. You lead this dance this season. We go at your pace.
That's true. That's true. I'm not quite ready to move on quite yet.
I just like to say if we go at your pace, and this season we're usually done in less than an hour, and my season we were going like 2-3 hours, sometimes all night long. So
Yeah.
whatever that's worth.
Yeah. Pardon all the coughing. What was I going to say? So, we want to talk about our biggest failures in life.
Maybe not our biggest failures. Maybe just a failure.
Yeah, that's good. How about you go first?
Okay, let's see. A
I have a lot
fail.
to choose from.
You have what?
I have a lot to choose from.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't want to make it seem like I don't, because I do. I'm just trying to figure out like what's the biggest one I'd be comfortable sharing here. I don't know. Maybe I don't have anything that I actually want to talk about, or that's. I mean, I could say some really stupid things that really don't amount to. They just sound petty.
You can consider this a failure.
I don't. That's a joke. I don't consider this a failure.
No, I mean like you're a failure to come up with something.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. I'm a failure at realizing that I have other
You
failures.
failed to come up with it. Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like a failure as a parent. I feel like I lack patience with my children. And so I try to be mindful of that because I know that when the patience isn't there, I can be quick to anger or quick to frustrate. And it's never, like, very rarely is the frustration I aim at my children their fault. It's just a result of the context of whatever mood I'm in because of the day externally from them, whether that's work or other personal things. So I feel like when I lose my temper with them or lose my patience, I feel like a failure as a parent. So I always make sure to, once I've calmed down, apologize to them for getting angry and remind them that it's not anything they did. Just, sometimes dad's not having a great day, so he responds the wrong way to things. So that's definitely something I feel like I've failed at occasionally.
Okay. That was a deeper answer than I expected. But that's good to realize that early on in your kids' life.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So you can work on it over time.
Yeah, well, I think the biggest thing for me is just reminding them that it's not their fault, because everyone gets angry, right? But as long as they know they're not first of all, they're not responsible for whether I'm happy or not. That's not their job. But if I am upset, they should know that it's not their fault. Like, they didn't cause it.
Yeah, and because one day they're not going to accept that, like they're gonna internalize it.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if you say it's not your fault.
Yeah.
So it's good on you for noticing that early on.
Okay, your turn.
One of my bigger failures was quitting my really, really awesome job.
To go see a concert?
Yeah. That wasn't why I quit. That was one of the, well, that wasn't the reason why I quit. I quit because they were being shitty to their employees, myself included.
Yeah. Well, then what made it awesome then if they were being so shitty to you?
Working with my client every day.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I pressed the magic button.
Thank you.
And my client and my coworkers, I really got along with really, really well.
Gotcha.
And they were and then once the pandemic hit, they started making a living wage. Like they got a big raise.
Yeah.
For the pandemic, so if I would have kept working there, I would have had steady money, steady working.
And was this at a caretaking facility?
No, it was in house. It was weird. My client had his own place.
Okay.
So we were like, we'd stay there.
Gotcha.
Throughout the day and help him get through his day.
So there was more than one of you at a time?
Yeah, he had to be double staffed because he has a violent past.
Oh, gotcha.
But he was really chill when I was working with him. So I missed him, I missed my coworkers, and I missed that job. And I don't miss the higher ups that were shitty to their employees.
Yeah, that's a tough spot.
Yeah, but I did get to go on my first solo vacation,
right,
to Boston, and that was worth it. But in recent years, I've been like, was that worth it? I don't know. I had a great time. It was like one of the best days of my life.
Yeah, I don't know. You always make choices. Every choice you make has some sort of reward, typically, and some sort of consequence. And I could see that going either way in terms of whether it was worth it.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what it would have been like if you stayed. Because if you hated the higher ups, who knows? Maybe it would have gotten better, but could have gotten a lot worse. Certainly, you would have gotten paid more,
Right.
but would that have been worth shitty bosses? I don't know.
Right. And who's to say I wouldn't have quit anyway?
Right? Yeah.
Eventually. So yeah, or I don't know. So yeah, but I think about it a lot more now because I'm still, I'm employed but not working because I'm still waiting.
Right.
And now they're I called them yesterday and their answer has been, um, yeah, it could be tomorrow where we get work for you, or it could be a month from now. It could be in September. We don't know yet.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it could be any time now.
Are you still looking at other options then?
Yeah, I had an interview last Friday when I didn't get the job.
Oh dang.
So yeah, I don't know. Even though I'm like qualified for these jobs, and they seek me out and invite me to interview with them, they just always like just say like I've interviewed for the same kind of job a couple times now,
Yeah.
doing autism therapy,
Mm-hmm.
where I'd be working with like little kids and like kind of doing play therapy,
Yeah.
that kind of situation, and like I know I'm qualified because I have experience with people with autism, and I have experience with people with who are young,
Right.
So I don't know what goes wrong there, but yeah, it sucks just sitting around all day
Right.
with nothing to do.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm excited to move. That's a change.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't
Need a
really know
change.
Madison that well, but typically if you live somewhere that you classify as downtown, it usually means there's more to do and more going on. So
Oh yeah, Madison's really happening
it's a hip and
downtown,
happening place.
and that's where all the college kids are too, which it's not as fun. But yeah, that's why I'm okay with having roommates this time around.
Okay.
That'll help my social activity. That'll shape that world again.
Yeah. I think that's important.
That'll be good for me, yeah. So, yeah, one of my bigger failures was quitting my job prematurely.
Well, there you go.
One of many. All right, so I put out another question today, and I think it was Gabe Sluice.
The sluices lose.
Yeah, he responded once more. This time he wants to know our first memory.
I think my first memory was I had to have been 3 or younger because it was in the very first house I lived in, which we moved out of when I was 3. And I was outside with my dad, like out in the driveway, and we had like a storm door in front of the front door, and I was either going in or going out, and I shut the door on my finger or my thumb, and I just remember it hurt like hell, and I was like crying and screaming, and my mom came out and was like comforting me, and I guess the pain at the age I was in, the pain must have been so strong that I like vividly remember that. But that's probably the first thing I remember.
Yeah. First memories of pain.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Pain's a very strong emotion, so when you're that young, I just don't think you remember the mundane, and maybe not because I mean, surely I had a lot of happy memories by that time as well. But it's an intense feeling, so I think it makes sense that pain might be someone's first memory.
No, my first memory is pretty mundane actually. The earliest thing I can remember was I must have been 2 or 3. I was like laying in the recliner, my parents' old house.
Mm-hmm.
I was laying in the recliner in a very like weird position.
Okay.
And watching the Brave Little Toaster.
Oh, nice.
And I was eating a peanut butter sandwich.
Oh, that's a nice memory.
I was just vibing. That's my first vibe.
Nice.
I don't know if I was vibing too hard or why I was sitting in such a weird position. I was like all over the recliner.
Gotta make love to that
watching
thing.
cartoons. Yeah. Cartoon.
All right.
Just vibing. So yeah, that's pretty close to what I'm doing today. Watching cartoons and vibing.
Well, thanks for ruining the surprise that the third collection is going to be about the brave little toaster.
All right. What else do we got? So yeah, I think that's all the questions. I feel like we got to talk about our feelings a good deal.
Yeah.
And we've enjoyed each other's company so far.
I would say so, yeah.
I have no complaints. All right, so should we talk about the episode?
Fuck yes. Oh, before we get into it, I think we should have a commercial break. I think our sponsors require that we have one of those at this time. Brian, you know what I like to do as a form of self-care every now and then?
What's that, Alex?
A few times a month, I like to go down to this little bougie coffee shop, and I will order a white chocolate iced mocha latte.
Ooh, that's fancy.
It's very fancy, especially in this hot summer heat we're having here in Utah.
Yeah, it seems kind of counterproductive.
Yeah, like take a few sips of that and I'm feeling good, I'm feeling refreshed, and that costs me $3. So I go there 4 or 5 times a month, I spend $3 on this fancy cup of coffee. But do you know what the downside of that whole deal is?
What is the downside?
It's not permanent. I take, my 5 sips, because it's only like 8 ounces, and then it's gone. And my $3 is gone, my coffee is gone, I'm left with essentially nothing except the memory of coffee. So what I've been doing is, I've taken my 5 coffees a month and taken it down to 4, and I've used the other $3 that I'm now saving to get a subscription to our Patreon, because it's the same cost, $3 a month for all our bonus episodes, and that I get that forever. I have access to these episodes, I'm a lifelong patron, and that's better than a cup of coffee and a better form of self-care, if you ask me.
I think listening to us talk is definitely a better form of self-care than getting caffeinated.
Oh, absolutely.
Coffee at some hipster coffee shop that's probably part of a larger problem with gentrification in your area.
Right, yeah, I didn't even think of the larger implications on my actions towards, the unsheltered and people of color and all of that. So, on top of feeling like my money is invested better for me, it's invested better for my community at large.
Oh yeah, it's better for your physical and mental health.
So when I decided to make that decision, I hopped on over to patreon.com/zglabpod, where I subscribe to be a patron for this fine podcast. We offer multiple tiers. There's a $3 tier, a $5 tier, a $10 tier, and a $25 tier. But if you just get in with the $3 tier, you're gonna be happy, because you're gonna get access to all of these episodes. We keep churning them out. We promise at least 2 a collection. We always do more. And now through the end of August, if you sign up for the $3 tier, we will include all the stuff from the $5 tier as well for your first 3 months. So I think it's a great deal. And again, it's a treat to yourself. You owe yourself more than that cup of coffee. You owe yourself Alex and Brian.
Exactly. Yeah, you owe a little bit of us, a little bit more of us in your ears.
Yeah, right into those ear holes. I mean, that's literally the Patreon slogan is ZG Lab Pod is making podcasts for your ear holes, and we mean it. They're for your ear holes, and we wanna be your companion in this journey of life. So go on over to patreon.com/ZGLabPod, $3 a month. Do it before the end of August. Get get a few extra things there. Again, that's patreon.com/ZGLabPod. All right, welcome back to the Zeitgeist Lab Collections Podcast, Collection 2, Community, Remedial Chaos Theory.
Yeah, tonight we're talking about Remedial Chaos Theory, one of the most, I think, famous episodes of Community.
Oh, yeah, I think, if I recall correctly, it's the only episode of the show that ever got nominated for an Emmy.
Really?
Mm-hmm, for the writing.
I mean, that makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes sense that of all the episodes to get nominated, that would be the one.
Okay.
But it doesn't make sense that that's the only episode that got nominated. Did any of the actors get nominated for it?
No.
Wow. What's up with the Emmys, man?
I don't know. They're bullshit. That's what it is.
They are. Yeah, so I think this is one of the more famous episodes, one of the more critically acclaimed episodes, and definitely a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely one of my favorites for sure.
Oh, wow. Okay. So we finally get to talk about an episode that you consider one of your favorites.
Yeah, it might be my. I don't know if it's my favorite episode.
Okay.
But I think it is. I think this is a top 5 episode.
Okay.
Like maybe top 3 as far as the best episodes go.
Okay. What would the other 2 be? Have we talked about them?
And
if you say wedding videography, I'm just like shutting my computer and never talking to you again.
No, we're not. No, I would never pick anything from post season 4.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe Pillows and Blankets. Maybe the Chicken Fingers episode.
That's such a good one. I don't know why we didn't talk about that one. That was on my list.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't on yours. I don't get it.
What is that? Well, I don't know. I don't get it either. What's the name of that one?
Something poultry. I know it has the word poultry in it.
Okay.
Look it up here.
Yeah. I don't know.
Contemporary American poultry.
God damn, what an episode. Yeah, what an episode. I don't know why I didn't pick it.
You hate to see it.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a bonus episode where we talk about it.
Maybe.
I'd love to talk about it. I'd love to rewatch it and talk about it. So yeah, what are your feelings on this episode?
It was good. This is one I liked it when it first came out. It's kind of over the years not aged very well. Not in the sense that it's like it's problematic or it's not still funny. It just it's worn out its welcome, I guess. So to go back, and again, at this point when I'm watching it, it's that idea that we've talked about, like comfort television. So it's just there, it's playing, it comes up and like, oh yeah, this episode again. Yay. And there's always been some really funny moments, but to go back and watch it this morning through the critical lens of like, okay, I want to talk about this on a podcast. It stood out as still being tremendously funny and really good. And I think I've mentioned at some point that this is probably a favorite among many, many fans of this show. And after my watching sesh today, it's a well-earned favorite. I think it does really well.
Yeah. So you don't think it's held up over the years?
I just think I've seen it too many times to eventually it's lost its shine. It's lost its sparkle. But I think it's still really good. I'm bored with it, I guess.
You just kind of overplayed it, huh?
Yeah, and again, while I think as a standalone episode, you could make a lot of really strong arguments that this is one of the best episodes of the whole series run. But as for me, I've said that season 3 of Community is maybe one of the greatest seasons of television artwork ever. To me, this is actually maybe the low point of a very high season. So that is not to disparage this episode or to call it bad in any form, but I just think there's so many better episodes in season 3 than this.
Really?
Without the context of that, just kind of looking at this, and you don't need a lot of context. I mean, it certainly helps to know, that Shirley is, a mother hen, to use an offensive term to you anyway, and that Annie and Jeff have this will they, won't they type thing, and Britta and Troy, that all helps, but it's not necessary to enjoy this episode and get the comedic value out of it. And that is something that Community often lacks. Normally you need all of that context to understand what's going on in any episode.
Yeah. I don't know if Mother Hen is offensive to me.
I have it on tape or on whatever you call this medium. I have it on my hard drive. You saying that it was offensive when Britta called her that.
It felt borderline offensive. I wasn't sure if it was or not. It feels offensive.
Okay.
Speaking of, I don't know if it's offensive or not. I like, my first note is I love how Pierce calls Yahtzee Puerto Rican chess.
Yeah. Hey, Puerto Ricans are Americans though. So we are allowed to, we're allowed to like that joke.
Okay, that's true. I just didn't know if that was offensive or not.
I don't know,
but it's much like Mother Hen. It felt like borderline offensive, but also just really hilarious.
Yeah. And speaking of offensive, I like the line in this episode where Troy says, "Avoid talking about the Negro problem."
Yeah, the book was written in the 40s.
Right, yeah.
It's so much funnier. That joke's so much funnier when you give it to Troy.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Because like anyone else, it wouldn't just hit hard. But
yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. That was really good. Yeah, this is an adorable Troy and Abed episode.
It is.
I like how I mean, not to spoil the episode, but I think it was really satisfying when Jeff finally got his timeline, and that's the one where everyone's the happiest with when he's gone.
Speaking of satisfying, I once had sex on an airplane with Eartha Kitt.
Who is Eartha Kitt again?
I think she's an actress. No, I just think she's an actress. Let me do some live Googling. I know I've looked it up before. She was an American singer, actress, comedian, dancer, and activist, known for her highly distinctive singing style and her 1953 recordings of C'est Si Bon, the Christmas novelty song Santa Baby, both of which reached the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100.
Okay. Well, shout out to Eartha Kitt.
And the time she hooked up with Pierce on an airplane.
Yeah. Who am I thinking of that played Catwoman then on the 60s Batman?
I don't know. Catwoman 60s.
Who am I thinking of?
You're thinking of
more live Googling.
Julie Newmar.
No, there's another lady. She's played by two different people. Okay, yeah, that's not the one I'm thinking of. She was played by someone else too.
In the 60s?
Yeah.
Lee Merriweather? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, here she is. This is Eartha Kitt with Caesar something or whatever his name is.
Wait, so Eartha Kitt did play Catwoman?
She was one of the cat women.
That's who I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Wow. How did I get that right?
I don't know. That's impressive.
That's crazy. I was totally convinced I was wrong on that one.
I also like that in a world where I can share my screen with you, I instead just hold up my cell phone to this camera lens.
but I'm still like, yeah, I can see it.
Right, yeah.
That's who it was. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Okay. Now with that knowing that in that context, that makes that joke a lot weirder. Like, get stuck with Catwoman. Yeah, that was a very, very good reoccurring joke. I also like Jeff hitting his head on the fan repeatedly. That was, as someone who doesn't like Jeff as a character, that was really satisfying to see.
I think the fan bit is fine, but I think that Joel McHale actually does some really shitty acting when he says barely felt it or whatever. I just think it's like some of the worst acting I've ever seen, and I don't know why. I mean, that part actually always bothers me.
Yeah. Now you mentioned that, yeah, that wasn't a really good performance out of him. This is a really big episode when it comes to highlighting how much of a dick Jeff can be to the study group.
Yeah.
Like when like every time What's Your Face wants to start singing Roxanne, he's like, no, and she just automatically just shuts up. Like,
yeah.
It's like they're like, just keep singing,
right? Okay. And that's what she does when he finally has to go get the pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is, I don't use the word adorable a lot, but I think that's like an adorable ending for this episode with them all dancing in the apartment to this great song by the Police. Yeah. I think that's just like, it's adorable. I don't know what else to call it or how else to label it.
Yeah, it's it was a really good ending for sure. It was a very satisfying ending, and it really did kind of really hit home the idea that this group could thrive without Jeff if it wanted to.
Yeah. I like that that's what your takeaway is. I guess I'm only now realizing how anti-Jeff you are.
Excuse me. It's one of the consequences of smoking is coughing. But if you don't get off, you don't cough.
You don't get off if you don't cough?
My friend / my former roommate / current juggalo and current friend, I guess, said that, or used to say that all the time when we'd smoke.
Okay.
And I said that in front of other people who smoke. And they're like, "What the fuck did you say?"
All right.
So I don't think that's a saying. I don't think so either. I think Juggalo Max. Yeah, I think Juggalo Max just made that up.
Damn you, Juggalo Max.
So I said it in front of our other roommate. Yeah. Yeah, funny guy. We used to make fun of juggalos, and then he became one.
Nice.
So it's a very weird life trajectory there.
What's your favorite ICP song?
I hate all of them equally.
Okay. Yeah, that's the right answer.
I've been subjected to so much juggalo music. And like just that brief time where us being friends and him being a juggalo, like we're in the middle of that the Venn diagram.
Right.
It's a small Venn diagram with us being friends and him being a juggalo. The middle part's is pretty small,
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and even in that small time, like I've heard so much ICP and other clown rap music. There's a guy named Ouija Mac.
Okay.
Oh, he's good. He's good.
So do you think? I mean, do you think season 4 will be about juggalos then? Next time you get a pick, are you going to do juggalos?
Should we get talk about the Dark Carnival?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
People are starting to take back the Juggalo name, and you're using it for good. Like people that used to hate the ICP
Uh-huh.
are now like me. Like you can see this from some music critics and other tastemakers or whatever, or just like people in I'll see in the Discord sometimes, and like the 155 Discord, I'll see it there sometimes, where people are like just regular ass people are defending the Juggalos.
Oh wow, okay. I guess I
ICP.
missed that in the Discord server. I can't say I've seen that. So one thing I appreciate about this episode, I think it's at the very beginning. They're in the apartment and they cut to a picture of one of the walls. They cut to a shot of one of the walls and it has different pictures of some of their misadventures. And at least one of them is a picture of them in the cowboy sheriff outfits from the Western episode that is a fake clip from the Fake Clip Show. And I really appreciated that since that's one of my favorite episodes.
I noticed that this time around. I was like, wow, they really went all out on that one.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm really high now. This is one of the funner episodes we've had in a while now.
It is. I will agree with that. It's because I'm well rested for once.
You're well rested. I'm well lubricated.
Are you zooted?
We're approaching zooted. Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
We're golden toasted.
Oh, okay. That's a new one.
Oh yeah. Crispy. Smooth yet crispy.
Okay, it's like trying to think of a food that's crunchy on the outside, but then like inside it's just kind of gooey. Like I don't know. Creme brulee.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what's in the middle, but it's the one that they like light on fire with like little cooking.
Oh.
I don't know if it's gooey underneath all that crunch though. Like a caramel M&M.
I don't either. Okay, yeah. Caramel M&M. Which M&M is the mascot for the caramel M&Ms?
I don't know.
Which one do I get to be? Is it the scared orange one?
I think it is the orange one.
So I'm really scared looking.
Is he scared looking?
He's always scared. Yeah, he looks frightened all the time.
Okay.
He looks like Doom sometimes.
I think is that the one that's voiced by David Cross too?
I didn't even know David Cross voiced one of those things.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not David Cross, he does a great David Cross impression.
Oh, the red one?
No, the orange one. I don't know who does that. Okay, yeah, he does look scared here. Was originally a crispy M&M, and he always used to be scared of being eaten. But then he became
crispy.
But then he became the pretzel M&M. Who's the caramel M&M?
Is it the girl? The green one?
I don't think so. Caramel M&M character. Oh yeah, I think this is David Cross, and it's actually not an M&M. It's he's a little piece of caramel.
Oh, weird! I've never seen that before.
But if I recall correctly, that is voiced by David Cross.
Huh. I guess I'm behind on my M&M marketing.
I guess so.
Wait, then which one's the peanut butter M&M? Which is the superior M&M?
Oh, what? They're both shit. I only like regular and peanut.
Whoa.
Is that a bad take?
Nah, peanut butter is the best.
No, I mean, I'm not a fan of any of them other than the two original ones, but peanut butter is actually the worst.
Nah, it's the best one.
I mean, it looks like there's been multiple caramel M&Ms, but I think this was the original one, voiced by John Lovitz, who you remember talking about from our SNL season.
Yeah. Voiced by John Lovitz.
But then later on, it looks like it was a yellow M&M, voiced by John Goodman.
No, that's the peanut M&M.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Sorry, right. You're right.
Voiced by John Goodman. Yeah.
Okay. Well. Oh wait, I think I'm reading something wrong here. I think John Lovitz was the original red M&M. Who's the caramel one then? M&M characters.
We're spending a lot of time on this. I love it.
The cool one was the blue, almond, seductive green. Who is the mascot for dark? Okay, so no, it's the green one. She is the mascot for dark chocolate mint and peanut butter. So it's the green M&M. And she pulled double duty. She represented two of them.
She did. She's a girl boss.
Exactly.
She could have it all.
And we know how you feel about
I like how much time you spend. How do I feel about girl bosses? You've mentioned this on a couple episodes now.
You really like them, as you tweeted.
Oh yeah.
And I know it was about Lola Bunny or something, but whatever.
Yeah, I like how they said we're not going to make Lola Bunny hot this time. It's like, that's not going to keep people from sexualizing her anyway. I'm still going to watch the movie just because of her.
Okay.
I'm probably not going to watch it. I heard it's bad.
It's bad, yeah.
Yeah, just like the Woodstock 99 documentary was pretty bad.
You watched that, though?
I watched the whole thing, yeah. I got excited when they were talking about TRL and like MTV. That was a good time.
R.I.P. Carson Daly.
Is he dead?
I think so.
No, he's not dead.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
No, there's no way he's dead.
Okay, so do you have the AV Club review?
I do. I don't have to live Google it.
Whoa! Oh my god!
I pulled it up. They gave it an A. Our frenemy, Emily Todd Vander Werf, who I followed on Twitter.
Nice.
And
which means I follow her on Twitter too.
Yeah, you do. All right. First sentence, last sentence. Here we go. For too many people, the easiest thing to do is assume everything sucks.
Okay.
All right. And then, God, that's so long. It probably isn't long. I'm just like not a reader anymore. Who's doubting the show can cross the ambition of season 2 with the heart of season 1 now? is the last sentence, which is a question.
All right. Well, what have we learned here?
That's a good question. What have we learned? Trying to pick out some parts that we can chew on for a bit here. What was that?
The sound of me chewing.
Ugh. Let's see here. Yeah, there's not much I can bite off and chew over here. We gave it an A, and those were the first and last sentences.
Well, there you go.
She seemed to be getting at this episode combined the heart of season 1 and was the
ambition of season 2.
Yeah, the ambition of season 2, and I guess that's true. It is from a writing perspective, it's definitely a very ambitious episode.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think the heart, which really comes out at the end of the episode.
Yeah,
for sure. I don't know what she was talking about up front with the everything sucks or everyone sucks or whatever she was saying there.
I don't get it, Emily.
Yeah, I hope she's a better writer now. I don't know what she's written lately. Yeah, we can reread that shit and see if there's something we can decipher there.
Yeah. I think she wrote the newest Marvel movie.
Marvel movie?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
No, I like how I can say anything. You're like, really?
Oh, hi, I'm very gullible.
Carson Daly's dead, huh?
I did actually Google that one. I know he's not dead. I just watched him in a documentary. All right, so for too many people, the easiest thing to do is to assume everything sucks. I don't know. Is that true, do you think? Is it easier to just assume everything sucks?
Sorry, read it one more time. Let me absorb the sentence into my psyche.
For too many people, the easiest thing to do is assume everything sucks.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty easy. I assume everything sucks.
Okay. You just have to really hear me read it. Like, read it. Like, and you're like, yeah, like right away. You're like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it easier to be pessimistic than optimistic?
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's probably true. I'm just really high, so I'm just like, everything's cool, man.
Everything is awesome.
Oh, here comes Doom again. She didn't. There wasn't much left of food in the last can that I gave her.
Oh, okay.
So she probably ate that really quick, and now I'm hungry again.
Gotcha.
That's why she's invading our space. Doom. She hates moving, so I'm really stressing about that.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Like she'll cry the whole way there.
Well,
I hate hearing her cry.
All cats do that when they have to drive.
Yeah, I remember last time I carried her out of my apartment to I briefly lived with my parents over the summer.
Uh-huh.
This time last year, for like a month.
Yeah.
So I was leaving my old apartment. I had to carry her from the apartment to my mom's car,
Mm-hmm.
and she started bawling. And it got to the point where I almost started crying
No, jeez.
because I don't like hearing her cry. Yeah, if you really want to know how I feel how I feel inside, that's that's how soft I am. I hear the cat cry, I start crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the softest thing about me. That's like the softest like you'll ever hear me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's my most um yeah, that's the softest thing about me. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm otherwise tough as nails, man.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Um,
If you want to talk, okay, that reminds me. If you want to talk about soft, so I grew up in this city called Sandy, Utah, way up like on the east side of the valley. I mean, very upper middle class to upper class area. Uh, Super soft, right? And one of my best friends also lived there in that same city with me, and he was the other member of my rap group in high school. And one of his lines in one of our rap songs said, "I come from the ghetto, tough as nails. From East Sandy is where I hails." And like people would just, because we put out this CD at our school, and people would just like come up to us and quote that line to us all the time because they thought it was so ridiculously stupid that he would say that.
Tough as nails.
Yeah, yeah.
From where I hails. Yeah, I didn't anticipate getting this high in the episode.
All right, do we have anything else here? We're kind of spinning our wheels at this point, I think.
Yeah.
I think we spent less than 2 minutes actually talking about the episode.
Oh well.
So it's like this landmark episode of Community, and we've given it basically zero attention.
Yeah. I mean, we said what we can say about it, you know.
All right, well, let's wrap this motherfucker up then.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to another episode of the Zeitgeist podcast collection. Alex is waving gang signs at me again. I think he's going to shoot me.
Well, I come from the ghetto, tough as nails, so.
Where did you hails from again?
East Sandy.
East Sandy. Oh, okay, the east side.
Yeah, east side.
East side. All right,
Exactly.
well, thanks again for listening to this episode of the Zeitgeist Lab Collections. I said podcast collections last time.
Oh, really?
You didn't catch it?
Great. God damn it.
I'm high. That's Alex. Peace.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Alex.